The new stimulus deal includes emergency money for the MTA and checks of at least $600 for most New Yorkers. But do they think that will be enough? New York One's Ron Lee spoke to people in Penn Station to find out. Ron.
Janine, with the House of Representatives set to approve new stimulus money, not only for individuals, but for transit as well as small businesses, some people who we spoke to did not want to seem ungrateful, but they fear this emergency relief does not go far enough. Renee McLaurin of Harlem tells me as a mother of three, the stimulus funds that she received in March didn't go very far, and she believes the $2,400 that Congress is expected to give her for her family, $600 for herself and each kid, is a joke.
What is that going to do? It's definitely not enough. Not to live in New York. I mean, you can't even pay rent for that price anywhere here.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has described this long-awaited stimulus package as far from perfect. Despite that, Betsy Plum, the executive director of the transportation advocacy group Riders Alliance, is calling the $4 billion that will be allocated to transit as real relief for riders to keep subways, commuter rail, and paratransit running. Denisha Dennis of Harlem relies on the subways and works 2 jobs to make ends meet. She hopes this stimulus money will allow the MTA to avoid some of the draconian cuts in service that they had warned about.
Definitely concerned about the service being cut and then also the price hikes given this time of year. So it's great that we're getting some kind of investment in the system. Hopefully it doesn't impact that because I rely on it to get to work every day.
MTA Chairman Pat Foy released this statement saying, quote, "This crucial funding will allow us to get through 2021 without devastating service cuts and layoffs of over 9,000 colleagues." And while the relief package is expected to offer small businesses more than $284 billion for first and second forgivable PPP loans, Andrew Ridgey, the executive director of the New York Hospitality Alliance, blasted the package, tweeting, "PPP is a Band-Aid. And once again, the federal government has failed small businesses across the country by not including the Restaurants Act in the stimulus, even though it passed the House and had bipartisan support by more than half the Senate." Getting back to mass transit, MTA Chairman Pat Foy says while the package is a promising first step that will help protect the local, state, and national economies in the short term, he believes a larger plan will be needed to help fully offset the economic impact of the pandemic. We're in Manhattan. Ron Lee, New York One. Janine.
Lots of mixed reaction. Thanks, Ron.